Today's meeting is going to be a lot to do with logistics and paperwork and getting things like that figured out. So please listen up. And we're going to go over the schedule here so you'll be prepared to figure out and see if you're a young adult, which days you can be here, if you signed up for daily, or if you got to pick the 4 days that you'll be there. But we'll go through that here in a minute. But those of you that are new with us, welcome. I'm going to start with our verse that we base Mission Akron off, or at least our mission statement off. It's Acts 1:8. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. And Mission Akron is our Jerusalem. This is the city of Akron is our Jerusalem. They're the people that we see. They're our community, the people that we should start with sharing the gospel with, and then moving out and going elsewhere. But that's what Mission Akron is all about. It's all about serving the people in our community, loving the people like Jesus in our community. And we're so excited that we all get to do this together. God has all of us in this room and all of us on this team for a reason. He knows our gifts, he knows our talents, and he's going to, if you allow him, to use you to bless someone's life this week, and to share the love of Christ with someone who may not know Jesus. So that is our mission statement. You will be my witnesses through the Holy Spirit, and we're starting off in Jerusalem. Some of our projects and our partnerships this year are going to be the Well. We're going to be working with the Well. We're going to be doing some community projects. We're going to be doing a work day here. We have our back to school bash that we are going to be doing. And we are also going to be working with Love Akron / Kenmore Garfield High School. We're going to be painting their inside of their field house. And so those of you that are new with us, the Well is on East Market Street. And basically what they do is they buy houses. This is one of the things they do. They buy houses within the Middlebury area of Akron, and they fix them up and they rent them out to people for reasonable prices, because there's a lot of issues in the housing market that slumlords or people who don't even live in Ohio just buy these houses randomly and rent them out for outrageous amounts of money, and people can't live. And so they're building houses to get people places to live. They have like workshops to teach people carpentry and different trades to get people jobs. They have like a sort of a food bank that they run as well. And some of the stuff that we've done with them is we've moved one of their warehouses to a new building that they had bought. We've done that. We've fixed up some houses, ripped up some flooring in houses, and helped them get along in the process of building houses. We've painted a whole apartment floor, and we've got a house prepped and ready by doing some landscaping and things like that. So I don't know exactly what Rob, who's in charge of the volunteer stuff with the Well, I don't know exactly what he's got planned for us, but he's got something planned for us, and they always have something for us to do. So we get to help them move the ball down the field. I know we were a part, even just a little part, of helping them out with their goal of getting 60 houses done in 60 months, and they did that and knocked that out. And I think in like 40 months they got 60 houses done or something like that, which is really awesome. And I think they've upped that number that they're going to continue to keep doing. So we get to be a little small piece of that and helping them out. So our back to school bash, I'll explain it a little bit more as we go through the schedule. But basically what's going to happen is we're going to have like a fair type thing here, and we're telling everyone around the community in Akron that we're giving out free school supplies. And so they're going to get a backpack, and they're going to get a life book, which I'll explain what that is here in a minute. And then they're going to get to pick out different school supplies, take it, and we're going to have games, and we're going to have food for everyone to just hang out, build community, and share the love of Jesus with people. And so we'll get more into that as we go through the schedule. Love Akron, we're going to be painting the Kenmore Garfield Field House, and we're going to be in teams for that. It's going to be a pretty big project. But we're just showing the team of Kenmore, some of their students, that they're valued, that they're not forgotten about. We know that their field house is Kenmore colors instead of the Garfield colors that they have taken over. And so every day they just see like, oh, we've been forgotten about. No one cares about us. No one's thinking about us. We can't even get our walls painted to remind us of what our colors are now and whatnot. And so we're just going to do this, and we're going to love on them, and we're going to show them that they're not forgotten about, and show how loved that they are. And we're going to be able to be a part of someone's life and sharing Jesus with them. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I thought someone said something. And so those are our projects in our partnerships. And so the dates of Mission Akron are July 11th through the 17th, which is coming up really, really, really soon. And so I hope you guys are praying about that, excited about that, being prepared for that. So in some of our accommodations and schedules, we know we're not staying the night here like we normally would. Everyone's going home, and they're showering in their own places, or if you're staying the night at a friend's house or something like that throughout the week, we're going home at the end of the night. And we'll be back here in the morning to eat breakfast and start our day. So make sure, I don't really have to tell you to pack anything, but some of the stuff that you do need to wear when you're here, wear tennis shoes, nothing else, because we're going to be doing stuff with heavy things, lifting heavy things. You don't need to be dropping anything on your foot and having sandals or anything like that on, and break your toe or your foot, whatever that may be. It's inevitable. Something always falls on someone, and it's usually Cassidy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But make sure that you guys wear tennis shoes, where it's going to be probably warm. Wear shorts, but wear shorts that are appropriate. Wear shorts that are appropriate. No, probably no tank tops. Wear T-shirts. Make sure you bring a water bottle. Please bring a water bottle because it's going to be warm, and so we'll have 5-gallon Gatorade buckets for you to be able to fill up water every once in a while when we're at our different work sites. But other than that, bring some work gloves if you've got your own. Write your names on them. So when you're carrying things or we're doing yard work or whatever we may be doing, that you will have your own work gloves. We do have some work gloves, but I don't know how many we have to let everyone borrow. So make sure you bring your own. But if there's any other questions or anything that I'm forgetting about, we'll let you guys know in the email. And we'll make a list just to remind you. All right, so we're going to go over the schedule here real quick. And this will be Sunday, which is July 11th. I'm sorry if it looks grainy. I had to screenshot it. But we're going to start getting ready from noon to 1. So those of us that are already here at Connect Church, we're just going to be chilling, hanging out, going, getting dressed. Everyone from the Remedy Church, just like we've been doing these meetings, get here 1:15. We'll have an intro meeting. It's not going to be much. We're just going to talk about what the day will look like, and we'll go over the schedule real quick again, and we'll do our devotional starting that day. And we will start our mission trip with being with God and resting in Him. And so from 1:30 to 2:30, we will have lunch, and we'll be eating here for that day. And then from 2:30 to 6, we're going to be doing some work around here because we have to get the vans that day, and so we won't have enough time to go to an actual place and do something. So we're going to be here. We're going to be at our home base working on things here. Pastor Larry, he's got stuff for us to do. I know one of the things is that big old tree in the back that's been cut down. We're going to be doing stuff with that, getting that out of the parking lot. There's going to be other things that he's going to have planned for us. And if he doesn't have too much planned for us, we'll still be able to have other things to do, like prep for this back-to-school bash. Yes. That I don't know yet, but most likely yes. Yeah. Yeah, bring work clothes to church, but I'll have to talk to Pastor Jay about what that looks like for that Sunday. But we'll have dinner from 6 to 7:30, and then we'll end the night from 8 to 9:30 with worship and reflections. Every night we'll meet back in here, we'll worship, and we'll reflect on what that day. I know it's only the first day, but every night we'll reflect on what God has shown us already, or what we're hoping He shows us, and how we're feeling. Just talk about that, and then we'll pray together in our connection groups, and then we'll go home for the night. So that is Sunday. Monday looks like this. And it'll be July 12th, but we're going to get here. Breakfast will be from 7 to 8. I know that's a little early for some people, but make sure you get here and eat breakfast to start off the day well. Don't just not eat, please, but make sure you get here between 7 and 8, because at 8 o'clock we're going to start our devotionals. We'll be in here doing our devotionals, and everyone will get a journal to be able to write in. And we'll do that from 8 to 8:20, and then from 8:30 to noon, we're going to be working at the well and doing whatever Rob and Ruben have for us to do. And we're going to eat lunch from noon to 1. We'll eat there, and so here's how it's going to look with lunches on site. So every morning, and this is why you need to get to breakfast. Don't just show up at 8 o'clock. But we are going to be packing our lunches during the breakfast time as well. So you eat, then you go and pack your lunch, and we have these giant white coolers that we write our names on our bags, and we put them in the coolers, and we take them with us, and so that's how we eat on site. And so they'll have things for us to make sandwiches and things like that. So make sure that you're here between 7 and 8, enough time to be able to eat breakfast and also pack your lunch. And so we'll be eating lunch there at the well, and then from 1 to 4, we'll be working at the well. More likely, I think they close at 3, but that gives us some time to clean up and things like that. Then 5 to 6, we'll eat dinner, and then 7 to 9:30, we'll do worship and reflections again. Tuesday, July 13th, the same thing. Breakfast is from 7 to 8, and then we'll do our devotionals from 8 to 8:20, work at the well from 8:30 to noon, work from noon to, or lunch from noon to 1, and then continue to work at the well from 1 to 3. Get back here. We'll have a little bit of time to relax and hang out. I know sometimes working at the well can be really, really hard, and some of the stuff that they have us do. So we'll have a little bit of time to just relax and hang out and maybe prep for back to school bash. And so from 5 to 6, we'll have dinner. 7:30 to 9:30, we'll have worship and reflections. All right, Wednesday changes up a little bit. From 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., breakfast and packing lunches. From 8 to 8:20 will be the devotions time. From 8:45 to 12 p.m., we'll be at the Kenmore Garfield Fieldhouse, and we're going to be painting it. And that morning, during our devotional time or before we leave, I will show you guys which teams you're going to be on, because there's 2 different rooms. There's technically 3, but there's 2 big rooms in their field house. And basically what we're going to be doing is the bottom half of it, we're going to be painting maroon. Then there's this this black strip that goes in the middle that we're going to be painting gold. And then the top is white. We're going to be painting that white, and that's going to be for both each rooms. One room has all of their lockers in them. They're aluminum lockers, or they're metal lockers. I don't know if they're exactly aluminum, but we're going to be painting those gold. And so we're going to have a team on that with brushes. All of the doors that are going to be painted will be painted gold. And then in the other room, which literally looks the exact same, it's just missing the showers, and some of the lockers is going to be painted the same exact way. And we'll explain more of that, be able to show you guys that as we get there. But there's going to be 2 different teams, or there's going to be multiple teams. There's a roller team, room 1, roller team 2 in room 2, and then we'll have brush teams. And then there's like this little hallway that will need rolled a little bit, but it's going to be intricate, and so there's going to be a brush team in there as well. And it's probably going to take us more than one day, because it's a lot, and we'll probably have to do more than one coat. But some from 8:45 to noon, Kenmore Garfield Fieldhouse will be painting. From noon to 1, we'll be eating lunch. From 1 to 4, we'll be painting. And then we'll have dinner from 5 to 7, and then worship and reflections from 7 to 9:30. And then Thursday, we're going to be having breakfast here at the church, and it is going to be from 7 to 8, and we're going to do devotions from 8 to 8:20, and then from 8:45 to 12 p.m., which is noon, we're going to be at Kenmore Garfield Fieldhouse. Then we're going to have lunch there on site from noon to 1, and then this is where things get a little tricky. Most likely at the Kenmore Garfield Fieldhouse, we'll probably mostly be done. And we'll just need to be doing the little things, and so we're not going to need everybody there. So we have a barn of some lady that Pastor Larry knows that we're going to go paint. We're going to get the weeds out from the house or from the barn, and we're going to go paint that as well, and then serve her. And so half of the team, if not more, will end up probably going to that barn and getting started on it as we finish up at the Kenmore Garfield Fieldhouse. And then from 5 to 7, we will have dinner. And from 7 to 9:30, we'll do worship and reflections. And then Friday, the week's almost over. 7 to 8, still breakfast. 8 to 8:20, still devotions. From 8:30 to noon, we'll be painting the barn in Barberton. And then from noon to 1, we'll be at lunch. And then 1 to 5, we're going to have our back-to-school bash, setting things up and getting that ready. We're going to need to put like some tents up, tables up, get the school supplies out there, get it ready, get the games, maybe go through some training for some of the games that we're going to do, talk about how we're going to do cotton candy, how we're going to do popcorn, set up the Gaga pit. We'll need to set that up, and we'll have all sorts of things to do from 1 to 5 and getting that ready. And then once we do get that ready, and I believe we'll also have a group if we need to finish painting the barn while we get that ready. But then dinner that day will be from 5 to 6, and this is going to be kind of a busy day. But from 5 to 6, we'll eat dinner. 6:30 to 8:30 is our back-to-school bash event, and I'm going to have jobs for everybody to be doing on different stations, and we'll figure that out that day. And show you guys so you don't have to try to remember what your job is as of right now. But back to school bash is from 6:30 to 8:30, and then from 9 to 1 or 9 to 11. I know it'll be a little bit of a later night, but it's a Friday. Will be worship and reflections. It always goes long on the last night of Mission Akron and talking and showing what God has done in your life that week. And so it always takes a little bit longer. So tell your parents maybe Friday. It might end up being a little bit longer, but who knows. And then Saturday, I know I don't have a screenshot for it. I don't believe I do. But that'll be our fun day. I am trying to figure out what that will look like. Hopefully in the next couple weeks, I'll let you guys know what that looks like. As we're budgeting how much money paint and stuff is going to cost. But I will let you guys know as soon as possible what that will look like. So are there any questions on the schedule? Yes. How do you get around? We're getting 3 vans, 15-passenger vans. Hopefully we can fit everyone on them. If not, young adults will have to drive and follow us to certain spots. Any other questions? Yes. Depending on the age of the person, it'll be full week, every day. High school and middle school is full week, and young adults would be, they have the option between daily, 4 days, or a full week, just depending on their schedule. But it'll be $250 for the full week, $50 daily, $185 for 4 days. Yep. Any other questions? Yes. They will be there practicing. Depending on the days, they might be at a 7-on-7 scrimmage, but hopefully they will be there for us to be able to talk to them and hang out with them for a minute. I think they're going to come hang out with us at the back-to-school bash as well. But yeah, with the amount of people that we have here being in the field house and with the 60 people they have on their team, it might be too many people. But yeah, they will be there practicing with us. Are there any other questions about the schedule? Yes. Probably just text it to me and figure it out. Yes. Yeah, I'll get into that. Any other questions about the schedule? Yeah. Yep. Any other questions about the schedule? No? Okay, cool. The schedule I will hand out here in a second. We'll put it down here for when everyone leaves. You can come grab one. But it is also on the website at missionakron.com. You're able to, it's a PDF. You can click on it, download it, and you can print it off if you end up losing this one that I will give you. But let me see what's next. That should be it for the schedule. Expectations and requirements. You guys know these. Heart to serve, 5 volunteer hours at Connect Church. Those are for those who attend Connect Church. Same thing with attendance. Young adults need to be in a life group. And then also a training meeting attendance of 3 out of 4 of the meetings. That's it for expectations and requirements. This is our last meeting. Here are the prices for middle school and high school, $250 a person. It is due today, along with a completed emergency medical form on file, which we'll talk about that here in a minute. Young adults, this is what your money looks like, and this is due today as well. $50 for a day, $185 for 4 days, $250 for the full week. So make sure you get that in today. If you have any issues, come find me afterwards and we'll talk about it. And so I need also, before we put this next slide up, this will be about the EMF forms. But if you, since I've sent out the email Thursday, or since I've made this, I didn't change it for those of you that have filled out your EMF form since then, since the email, disregard your name if it's up here. I already made these slides a week or so ago. So these people still need their EMF forms. Like I said, if your name's up here, you've already done it after the email. Don't worry about it. Disregard your name. But if your name's up here, I need your guys' emergency medical form filled out. And you can do that online at missionakron.com. And you can fill it out there. It's really easy. It's really fast. It's really simple. But just get that up here. And if you're new with us today, make sure you get that filled out as well. Our church insurance needs it. Just in case something happens, we can figure out, okay, here's who we need to call. We can see what type of allergies or medications are being taken and things like that. So we can tell if an emergency happens, tell the EMTs or the paramedics or whatever we got to do. But so make sure you get that filled out. missionakron.com. You can fill that out here on the website. Are there any questions about that, about the emergency medical form? No? Okay. Make sure you guys get that in as soon as possible. Fundraising, I don't know if is the next slide. Is it not? Okay, it is. Krispy Kreme donuts. I know some of you guys probably have questions about that. People are probably asking you where their code is. Emailed to them. I am trying to figure that out. Having a lot of issues with Krispy Kreme right now. I don't need to get into it. So I'm dealing with them right now, emailing them back and forth, trying to figure out what the heck's going on. So please be patient with me. I'm hoping by this week we'll be able to send out the emails. But a simple thing was something that was supposed to be simple has turned out to be super, super hard. So tell your people it'll be coming to them. I'm just trying to deal with Krispy Kreme at the moment. But there's no more fundraising. So if you need to get money in, make sure you bring that to me or put it in the box or give it to Lauren so we can keep it safe, and we give it to Sue and Roxy so they can deposit it and put it in your guys' accounts. All right. This next thing is about our Kids Safe form. And this is really just about our background check. Sue will be emailing everyone that is on here on this list. Up here, she's going to be emailing you guys a background check link to just do a background check. Our insurance, if you're 18 above or older, we just need that for church insurance policy. So make sure that you watch your email here the next few days. She's going on vacation in the next week, so she'll probably have this sent out again. If she already had sent you one and you never did it, please don't use that one because it's probably expired. So she'll be sending out new ones again. And then some of them did have issues about whether or not you put in information correctly or not. It could have been like one number messed up or something like that, and it suspended it and it didn't allow it to go through. I do have a list of different reasons why it just didn't go through and things like that. But if your name's on here, keep watching your email. I'm going to have Sue send it out either tomorrow or Tuesday and get that filled out. It's pretty easy and pretty simple. We just need it if you're 18 years old or above. But other than that, I don't believe I have anything else for that logistically. Oh, I do have one more thing. We have waiver forms and 2 different waiver forms for the well for you to fill out. And so if you're 18 or if you're under the age of 18, you're going to need your parent or guardian to sign it. If you're above 18, you just need to fill it out and sign it because you're an adult. And so I'm going to put these down here as well, along with these schedules. But this one that looks like this is just basically you sign in and saying if you happened to get COVID or something like that, that the well is not liable for that, that they can't get in trouble for that. And then this one is just their emergency form as well that needs to be saved. It's a waiver release form for liability and things like that. So when we pray here and we get into some groups and we talk for a minute, come get these. Make sure you don't lose them. We'll have both of the waiver forms up on the website here soon, probably tomorrow, and we can get that figured out. Are there any questions? Going once? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, find Jordan, and you can get her, she'll have a piece of paper, just tell her your t-shirt size so we can get you a t-shirt for Mission Akron. So, are there any other questions or statements? Make sure you get your EMF form in, Kids Safe, background check. Get these waiver forms in. We need to have these waiver forms for the well, or you can't go work at the well and we'll just leave you here and you'll have to hang out with Pastor Larry which isn't. Never mind. I'm just kidding. I love Larry. But make sure you guys get these turned in by the week of Mission Akron, by that Sunday, so we can take them to Rob and the well and get them all there, so we don't have to leave anyone here. But they absolutely won't let you work if you don't have these things turned in. So